All right, friends, I'm sorry that we got cut off. I want to show you how you can do shadows. So I'm on this piece right here and I want to create a shadow. So I can go here and use the offset. I have both the X and Y axis. So similar to what you're doing in math with Mr. A, you will be using the same type of deal. So I can play around with this and have an offset of a shadow. I can always change my shadow color too if you want your shadow to be purple or something else, but I actually like original shadow color like this. The y-axis is going to offset it the up down. And then you can play around with blurring. I like blurring as well. Now, I want to repeat what I did here on the other side. So what I can do is go over here to this piece, but I want this color to match. So in order to do that, I can go to my color here and I can hit this dropper tool and I can grab this color here to match it. So that way I can have the same color. Shadows. My offset is going to be different now because if I try to use 7, the same number again, you can see it's offsetting the same way. I have to use negative. So I'm going to go in the opposite direction and have a -7. My y-axis I still want to offset below, so I'm going to still have this go on 7, and then I can still blur the same amount. But you'll have to play around with those on how you want it to be, but know that there are negatives as well. Another issue that people find now in this is just playing with the layering. Like because I've colored this, what's below it is now gone. So when I click on this, I can make it smaller, not make it smaller, make it invisible. And I can go grab this piece that's in the center and I can pull it above it. That way when I turn this back on, I have that piece, but I also have another piece below it too. So I gotta go grab that one. And that will be the same thing where I'll have to pull that above as well. That way when I turn this back on, I have the layer that I need. I'll have to do the same thing over here. So you're gonna have to play around with these. Grab that center piece. Trying to grab that circle in the center. Let's see if I can zoom in and grab it. I don't know what's going on here, but I definitely want to grab these, bring them above. That one is above. Which one am I missing? The circle. Maybe I'll minimize this one and try to grab that. There we go. So find out where that is. It's right here. This is this type of issues you're going to play around with too. I can pull that up top. Then I can now turn these back on and it should be in the correct order now. So that's how you can play around with these. Other tools that you can play around with here too is opacity. So there is something that you can do too when you're playing around with things. If I look at this one, it's really dark and maybe I want it to be a little bit lighter. So I can turn on the opacity here, which is making it more sheer or see-through. So sometimes you might want to have something where you can see something behind it. So that's something you can also play around with in that opacity, making it a little bit more see-through to see what's underneath it. This will be really cool when you're playing also with colors. So that's what you're going to be working on today. I want you to kind of complete working on your husky. I don't want you to combine the pieces together yet. We will do that at the end when we want to have this all merged together as one. But right now you're still going to want to play around with things. All right, so fantastic. Cannot wait to work on the next portion next week.